Bow! What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Chao. We are back with another reaction video, man. If you're new, go ahead. You already know the deal. Click that subscribe button right now because we have how good has CashNasty been in 2023? The truth with stats and shot chart. Now, what the hell? Where is my stat and shot chart? I need one. You guys, I need one. But let's see what Cash is, man. I feel like Cash's in June. Oh gosh, Cash's in June was. I'm gonna give it like a 72 overall, bro. He didn't have too many wins in June.
I don't run from ones, yo. Trainer, hooper, hoopist. I don't care. We're gonna run the ones, man.
His layup package got his layup package is actually pretty bad. I won that game, by the way. That's not in June, though. Wait, is this? Oh, in 2023. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. 2023 Cash. He actually got a little bit better. I'll give him that. I forgot he played in that 2v2. That 2v2 did a lot of that. Damn, this is fire. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Hey! What's the foul?
Over 3 years ago, I uploaded my very first video on this channel. It was CashNasty's 1v1 stats and shot chart. The video was up for over a week and only had about 90 views. Then out of nowhere, I started getting hella notifications from YouTube comments and everyone was telling me that Cash reacted to my video. And ever since then, my channel hasn't been the same. You see, I owe a lot to Cash because he's the reason my channel got recognition in the first place. He didn't have to react to my video, but he did. So because my videos have increased massively in quality since then, I wanted to make an updated version of that video. And with June ending, I just posted my June flight video, so I thought now would be a perfect time to make one for Cash and figure out how he's doing so far this year in his 1v1s. Cash has played 9 1v1s this year, so I decided to also study a game he played late last year against YPK Ray. I threw this one into my stats that you'll see later in the video, just so we could have a double-digit amount of games to analyze. So if you saw my June flight video, this one is going to have a very similar outline. First we'll analyze Cash's game this year on both offense and defense, then we'll discuss who he's played and his record so far this year, then we'll jump right into his shooting and defense, then we'll discuss.
Y'all see that offensive foul, but when I do it, is offensive foul, but when Cash is good, yeah, okay.
Played and his record so far this year. Then we'll jump right into his shooting averages, and after that, we'll have his shot chart to look at. And at the end of the video, we'll know exactly how well Cash is doing this year.
I ain't gonna lie, Cash has the most travels, bro.
So let's break down Cash's game. We're gonna start on the offensive side of the ball. We all know that Cash loves to shoot from the top of the key. In fact, in these 10 games, 52% of his points were scored from this spot, which is insane. He loves this area and especially likes to use a sidestep going left in this area. Most of the time he uses this move effectively to get decent space from his opponents for a shot. Over the years, Cash has been attempting a lot more mid-range pull-ups. These still need a bit more work for them to be efficient, but you can tell that these are practice shots.
That looks so awkward, bro, but he makes that shot a lot of the times.
He's gonna take it down low. And thanks to his size advantage against most of his opponents, he can both back his opponent down or drive it hard to the rack. Because of his strength, he is able to finish through contact more effectively than others.
That's just great defense, though, right there, bro. That was elite defense by me.
Now, Cash's handles have improved significantly over the years. He can use them to get past his opponents or use them to create space for a shot. However, they're not perfect, and on some possessions he loses the ball and turns it over or is forced into taking a bad shot. On the defensive side, this is where Cash truly excels. He has a very good lateral quickness and is very good at staying in front of quicker opponents on the drive, effectively cutting them off to the rim.
Cash be grabbing a lot, though.
And if he sees an opening for a steal, he doesn't think twice about reaching.
See how he be grabbing right here?
Opening for a steal, he doesn't think twice about reaching. I also have to give Cash props for when it comes to contesting jump shots. He's very good at anticipating when his opponents are about to pull up, and you can often see him jumping for the contest before his opponent even starts their shooting motion. However, sometimes this anticipation can cause him to end up in his opponent's landing space, and we all know what this can lead to.
Nah,
So like I said in the beginning of the video, so far Cash has played 9 1v1s this year, and we're counting the YPK Ray game at the end of last year. So out of these 10 1v1s, Cash has a record of 3-7, which yes, isn't a good record, but
3-7, and your boy was one of those.
when you look at the competition that Cash has played against, it makes sense why it's this bad. But before we talk about his losses, let's discuss his wins. The 3 wins he has are against 50 cal Mal and Flight Reacts twice. And his best win stat-wise out of those 3 games was his game against Mal, where Cash shot 6 for 11
nah,
from the field,
Cash,
which included a 5 for 9
your only 3 wins
and fun
is
fact,
2 of
all
them
of his
from
3-point
Flight,
attempts
bro.
in this game were taken from the top.
Yo, 2 of Cash's 3 wins are from Flight. That shouldn't even count for 2 wins.
So Cash has 3 wins, and the 7 people that he lost to were YPK Ray, Kenny Chao, Marcellus Howard, wins, and the 7 people that he lost to were YPK Ray, Kenny Chao. So Cash has 3 wins, and the 7 people that he lost to were YPK Ray, Kenny Chao, Marcellus Howard, B. Ellis, and the 7 people that he lost to were YPK Ray, Kenny Chao, Marcellus Howard, B. Ellis, J Law, Chris White, and Max is Nice. So a bit of a disclaimer with the Max is Nice game. Technically the game shouldn't have ended because they got the score mixed up and thought Max won 11-10, when in reality the score was tied up at the end of the video. But I threw it in the loss column just so y'all know it could be scrapped from Cash's record completely, I guess depending on who you ask. So like I said earlier, Cash's competition has been very high this year, and you're probably wondering, out of these 7 losses, which one was his worst? Well, technically his worst performance was against YPK Ray, where Cash shot 7 for 17 from the field and 1 for 9 from 3. But if you want to know his worst game from this year, it was the one against J Law, where Cash shot 4 for 10 from the field and shot 1 for 5 from 3. Also, this game and the game against Marcellus Howard are tied for the least amount of points that Cash has scored out of these 10 games. So far Cash's record this year is 3-7, and when you combine this with his overall record, Cash's official 1v1 record is now 77-38, which means Cash has a win percentage of 67. So we broke down Cash's game.
Are you deadass? Did he deadass go through every single one-on-one?
Which means
all 181 of these games? Wait, not 81. 111, sorry.
Means Cash has a win percentage of 67. So we broke down Cash's game and discussed who he's played. I now want to move straight into his shooting averages. So in these 10 games, Cash put up an average of 14.5 shots a game and made nearly 6.5 of them. He also put up an average of 7.2 threes a game and made 2.5 of them. And he also averaged damn near 9 points a game. And when we break this down some more, we can see that Cash put up a complete total of 144 shots and made 63 of them, which gives Cash a field goal percentage of 43.8. And out of those 144 shots, 72 of them were 3-pointers, and Cash made 25 of them, giving him a 3-point percentage of 34.7. So some decent numbers here, but here's where it gets interesting. I also calculated his top of the key percentage, so let's take a look at that. Out of his 72 3-point attempts, 62 of them were taken from the top of the key, and Cash made 23 of them, which means he shot 37.1% from this area. So do you guys think this percentage is high enough for the top of the key to be considered Cash's hotspot? Let me know.
37 is like, if a guy's contesting me, like I see him closing out, you being 37%, I might shoot it instead of passing to you because you're wide open. If I was a good shooter like myself, so I might not pass the ball to Cash at 37% top of the key. Also,
here are the stats that I calculated for
Give me
these 10
45.
games. You can pause it on screen, or I also have a link in the
I could Cash that game.
Description that takes you to it. But let's move on to the final section of the video, and let's take a look at CashNasty's shot chart. Every shot that he's put up in these 10 games
Cash
on
like
here,
a real
and there are 63
in that
makes
picture. Look at the
and
beard.
81 misses. So the first thing you probably notice are all...
Wow. Bro, Cash has no wing shots whatsoever. ever.
Cash's top of the key attempts. Once again, there are 62 attempts in this area, and he shot them at
That's
a 37%
crazy.
clip. But we know that Cash loves this spot, so there shouldn't be a surprise to see all those on here. You can also see a very small amount of deep threes on here. I just thought that was something neat to point out. And you heard me earlier in the video when I said Cash has taken a decent amount of mid-range attempts. Well, this chart puts that into perspective, and it also shows you how inefficient these shots are for Cash. But you can also see that the potential is there. I also noticed how nearly all of his mid-range pull-ups are taken on the left side. And the last thing to note is how efficient Cash is down low. Once again, his size gives him a big advantage when it comes to finishing at the rim, and he goes to work down here when he 100% needs a bucket. So the biggest thing to take away from this shot chart is that Cash knows his game, and he sticks to it. All of his shot attempts are taken from the same three areas: the top of the key, the left side mid-range, and down low at the rim. He sticks to what works for him, and that's why he has an impressive record of 77 and 38.
Cash do like in the
So
bottom
we use
of the,
stats to figure out
basket,
exactly
though.
how good Cash is playing this year in his 1v1s. To recap, he averages 8.8 points a game, shooting 44% from the field, as well as 35% from 3 and 37% from the top of the key. Shout out to Cash.
good.
Like I said at the beginning of the video, I owe him a lot, so nothing but love. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like.
Hey man, shout out to Maddox. Maddox, I might need one, my boy. Come on, man, talk to me. Overall, like I said, I'm gonna give Cash in 2023. I'm gonna give Cash a 75. That's just my being. I think Cash's offense got I feel like he used to be a really good top of the key shooter. I feel like he hasn't really hit top of the key like that. But I would like to have Cash on my team for rebounds, defensive purposes, and putbacks. You know what I'm saying? Occasional wide open three, yeah, but you know, I'm giving him a 75. Comment down below what you guys would give CashNasty yourself. Other than that, man, I'm out this thing. Peace.